What's going on, everyone? In this video, I want to share with you the best way to target your Facebook ads in 2024, what is actually working. And I share this from my own experience of spending my own money. Most months we're spending a minimum of $100,000 to $200,000 US dollars every single month, sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less. And we're doing that across our own offers and affiliate offers as well. So this isn't just one vertical or one specific offer. This is consistent. Okay, and I'm also very connected to a lot of guys, a lot of big spenders in the affiliate space, guys that spend $300,000, $500,000, maybe $1 million a month. And you're gonna be shocked at how simple this is, okay? So back in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, maybe even leading up to this year, right, the last few years, you would hear a lot of people say you need to go deep with custom audiences and lookalikes and interests. And yeah, there may still be some value in that, but generally speaking, what has consistently worked best for us time after time to get the most quality traffic, to get the best cost per lead, cost per acquisition, whether it's e-com or lead gen, is going broad. By broad, I mean we don't target anything or anyone in particular. Some exceptions to this though, okay? And the reason why this is because the algorithm has gotten so good at finding the right person for your creative, right? So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something in the copy of the actual image, right? If there's like a headline on it, maybe Facebook's scanning the videos. I don't really know. I don't think anyone actually knows how Facebook is determining placement. But what we do know is that it's getting served to the right people generally, aside from maybe the last few months where everyone's having some issues with Facebook. But generally, what we are finding is that open targeting is going to get you the best outcome. Okay, you're welcome to split test this, but when I say open or broad targeting, I mean we'll go 18 to 65, nationwide, and zero interest, okay? And there are exceptions to this, which I will share with you as well. So what I believe is a large part of Facebook's ability to find the correct audience, find the right people, has to do based off of maybe the engagement, right? The type of people that click through, the type of people that comment, like, share, you get the idea. So this is probably what's happening, but regardless, I know this is working for a fact. I know this based on data, my own data and other people's as well, that are spending a lot of money, okay? So how do you make this work for you? It's very simple. You need to make creatives and make a lot of them. And I've talked about this in other videos. I'll probably point to one up here or up here that you can link back to where I talk more about this. But creating creative variations based on different marketing angles with different intros or hooks or even styles of the image ad is going to determine and dictate who engages with the creative and also how well the creative does itself, right? So this is probably a large part of why open or broad targeting is working so well. Facebook's algorithm has become so complex, so advanced, that it ultimately knows where to place the ad, and it knows relatively quickly. Now, usually what I see consistently offer to offer when I launch a brand new offer is, you know, the first maybe couple $100, maybe first $1,000 to $2,000 we spend, depending on the average cost per lead, the average cost per sale, the CPA of the offer, is that within that early spending, it's not as consistent, and then consistency locks in at some point once you've found the right creative and you spent and fed enough data in that ad account for that specific offer. I don't know why it is this way, but it works, and it works pretty damn consistently. Hey guys, real quick, I hope you're enjoying the video. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my conversion rate optimization checklist. It's the same checklist we use to optimize all of our Facebook campaigns, from not just Facebook itself, but from the creative all the way down to the funnel and the landing page, to get and leverage the outcome that we want when it comes to our cost per lead, our cost per sale, our CPA, ultimately how much we're paying to get whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish with Facebook. Check that out. It's a free guide for you. You won't forget it, and you'll get a lot of value from it that you'll be able to implement right away. You can see that guide sitting right below this video. Go ahead and grab it now. So if you want to take advantage of this, if you want to take advantage of broad targeting, open targeting, it's very simple. You need to take a bigger focus on creatives. And ultimately, like, this is the way the ad platforms want us to go. They want us doing less. They want us telling them less of how to target, how to find the right people. They're allowing us to focus more on just creating creatives. And that should and is and has become what should be our number one priority, in my opinion. That's one of the ways to create leverage in the outcome of the ads you're running. is to run better ads, test a ton of ads, test a ton of variations, test different concepts, different angles, and variations and hooks and intros of each one of those. You should be able to take one video and turn it into 10 or 15 if you do this correctly. I've talked about this in other videos, but a very simple way of putting this, you make one 60 to 90 second video, maybe you're advertising car insurance, you can simply make 10 different variations of how you start that video. You film literally just for 5 minutes, different ways of starting the video on a 3 to 5, maybe 3 to 10 second basis to lead into the actual meat of the main video itself, right? And you will find if you test all these at the same time, then maybe one gets a 0.8% click-through rate, another gets a 1.6% click-through rate. That will literally double the number of clicks you get for the same dollar spent, meaning you're getting cheaper clicks, you're getting more people for every dollar you spend, right? Most people are lazy, they're not gonna do this. They're gonna make 1 or 2 or 3 ads, they're gonna cross their fingers and hope it works. And sometimes that will work, but generally speaking, most people are lazy, and this is why they struggle with Facebook ads. So broad targeting, the only exceptions here is when we're running an offer where it's specifically male or specifically female, or specifically seniors where they're 65 plus or 60 plus, right? So these are really the only layers of targeting that more or less that we put on. We run a lot of lead gen affiliate campaigns, so we're targeting state specific, but even then it's not perfect. And Facebook unfortunately removed the ability for us to target people that live in a state. It now, as of maybe a year or two ago, changed it to where it's people that live in and or have recently visited. So you're basically kind of screwed to an extent. You're gonna get a lot of wasted, not a lot, but you're gonna get a chunk of wasted traffic no matter what you do. I know this firsthand because in our pay-per-call campaigns, we always see out-of-state calls, even with the proper state targeting, even by excluding those states. There's people that literally crossed the state line. They drove through California on their way to Washington, and you're not targeting California, but you're still gonna get them, and you're targeting, whether you like it or not, there's nothing you can do here. So the point I'm trying to make here is that Facebook has actually made things very easy for you. You should leverage that, you should take advantage of that, and you should absolutely be targeting broad. And if you don't believe this, at least do yourself a favor and split test the results against a stack of interests or a single interest. If you're super confident there's like some magical interest out there that's doing all the heavy lifting for you and getting the results that you want, okay? So you can thank Facebook. They've done you a favor. They've made your job very easy. They've made you focus on marketing and not really how do I manipulate the algorithm with ad set settings or manual bids or bid caps to get me the result I want, right? Those things can maybe help a little bit, like when it comes to manual bidding, cost caps, things like that. But generally speaking, from my experience, from experimenting with all this, from all the guys I talk to that spend 5, 10, 20 times more than me per day, they're all saying the same thing. The creative is really what's driving it, and the creative has to go with broad targeting. Exceptions being if you're targeting an older population, male or female population only, or some subset within 20 to 55 or whatever it may be for the offer specifically, or some states, right? So keep that in mind when you run your next Facebook campaign. If you're going too tight, too narrow, not broad enough, you'll probably get better results by just opening things up and testing heavily the creatives and the creative variations that you can create and be the marketer that you should be. If you enjoyed this video and you got something from it, make sure to not only subscribe, but give me a like, give us a little boost. Always appreciated for this free value we put out. And leave a comment if you have any questions below this video.